butterfly wings, and around the gray matter would be the white matter. You notice where it says gray matter, there's an indentation, horns. Not going to ask you about the horns, but just for your own knowledge. These would be the posterior or dorsal horn. Then you have the ventral horn, directional, and on the side would be the lateral horns. If I tag this, I'm looking for what? Gray matter. I'm not going to test you on the horns. The horns is just for directional terms. Gray matter, white matter. Now comes the nerves. So a ganglion that you learn in the lecture is a collection of nerve cell bodies outside of the brain and spinal cord. So this is a ganglion. See, it looks nice and fat, collection of nerve cell bodies. This one is not covered. This one is covered. So this is known as the dorsal root ganglion. The dorsal root ganglion running from the dorsal location, dorsal root ganglion uncovered, dorsal root ganglion covered. And alongside it runs the ventral nerve root. Alongside it runs the ventral nerve root. You can see the partition. This is the dorsal root ganglion, ventral nerve root. Dorsal root ganglion, ventral nerve root. Any questions? You have the same thing in the picture that I gave you. Now, let's look at the meninges. The meninges are the protective coverings of the brain as well as the spinal cord. So that is right on top of the spinal cord. That would be the pia mater. And now you have a space between the pia mater. There's a space. But this right here, this is called the arachnoid mater. So there's a division between here and there. And there's a big space, so that space down there will be the subarachnoid space. Again, pia mater, then a space. This is the arachnoid mater, and outside would be the dura mater. It's exactly how you have it in the picture. Pia mater, arachnoid mater, and the outer one is the dura mater. Dura mater. So pia mater, arachnoid mater, there's a space between the pia and the arachnoid called the subarachnoid space. Good for the lecture. There's where the cerebral spinal fluid circulates. Here is the arachnoid mater and outside is the dura mater. You're not worried about over here. So this is now outside of the dura mater. So inside here would be the epidural space. Epi means outer. This is where when the woman is getting anesthesia during labor and delivery. They have some nice fat right there, so they put the injection right there. So they get the epidural. Here the women get an epidural when they are delivering. It's out here in the epidural space where it's nice and fat. So again, to repeat, not adding anything. Dura mater, arachnoid mater, and the pia mater. Gray matter, white matter. Got it? We're done with the spinal cord. You have the exact picture.